viewers and gamers alike out there, and welcome to our finale, which is of the Nostalgia-Con, exclusively only on Leo's Let's Plays Alliance. So, here's another comic strip thumbnail, of course. So I'm going to give you a picture of this, so imagine this or imagine that. So I am going to draw a little picture for you, for I'm just the paintbrush and not the painter. So, okay. Have you ever wondered, for those who watch Sword Art Online, of course, Sinon right there was, whose real name goes by the name of Shino Asada. And she is a young girl with glasses, and I know she's a kind of a brunette, but in going from Gun Gale Online, she has blue hair with blue eyes. And also, that's not Gun Gale Online. It goes from Sword Art Online because, she has, she's still a brunette and launches arrows with a bow, from Sword Art Online Re-Hollow Fragment. And thought I'd meet up with Michelle Ruff, and who voices Sinon from SAO. Of course, not the games of the game consoles, but the original cast of Japanese anime voice acting. So, that one. What happens when Sinon meets the Master Chief from the Halo universe? You know how the Master Chief would like to meet up with, like anything can happen, so why not join the fire team and make it count the most? And I can think of none better. Whether it's like Fire Team Blue, Fire Team Crimson, Fire Team Green, whichever fire team name you can come up with, I don't care. So there you go, with the fire team name. And if Sinon says yes, she will be absolutely accepted to be brought into as a brand new member or recruit or above, or all of the above. For the Master Chief's fire team. And if you think that's not enough, wait till you see this on the comic strip thumbnail. And for those who watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, I watched that show back then. And now, since I, for some reason, I only focus on the characters. This could work. And who I, ran into is none other than Cricket Lee, who voices Michael, Princess Zuko's boyfriend, first crush, you like to know, and I was floored to be a part of something, but I was absolutely interested. The only thing is, people actually wanted to go forward and ask me for an autograph, sign this, sign that, signing of this Funko Pop. Can I have your autograph signature right here and there, or on the toy cosplay, But not one person would ask to do a video recording with Cricket Lee. No relation by who I know. And you know what? I decided to, why not? I'm gonna do it. I will do a video recording with Cricket Lee, and she tells me that I am the first one who do a video recording, because usually nobody went to do a video recording by asking her, and of course you have to pay the amount of money, which I did, and I absolutely did it. I am the very first one in the Nostalgia-Con to do a video recording, first time ever, and nobody have asked why. I don't know. as a Master Chief because there's so much noise. There's nothing I can do about it, but at least you'll hear Michelle Ruff's voice acting and not me, because it's like I'm kind of muffled. Because forgive me, if that were to happen, if it were me, I tried my best to scream as loud, but I gotta go in a low deep voice. There is just no way for me to pull this off. It would like to have my speaker there, and so my voice can be heard, but I guess it just didn't happen, which I never had one. And but with Quick and Lee, I mean, I didn't say nothing. I absolutely said nothing at all for once. I stayed in character, so I tell her that Prince Zuko is in the Mighty Morphin White Ranger suit. Like, in the White Ranger suit. Like, what? You heard me? In the White Ranger suit! Because I came back, because people see me as the Mighty Morphin White Ranger and like become quite the popular type of guy. And guess what? I did it! I was in the Mighty Morphin White Ranger suit, and I act like Prince Zuko, because Prince Zuko has a love interest to Maiko. And it did happen, and you know what? I'm going to enjoy this momentous love feeling because when Prince Zuko is the Mighty Morphin White Ranger suit and Cricket Lee voicing as Maiko, I'm sorry if I couldn't get the name right, but I'm doing my best. That is gonna happen, and you know what? Why not? If you don't believe me, why don't you take my word for it? And by the way, might be really angry because of what happened is why she said, I love Zuko more than I fear you. And Princess Azula got miscalculated, and she said, you miscalculated. You should have feared me more. But to be honest, I would say Maiko's words is going to be towards the end. Yeah. The rest is history. So anyways, take you back to the parking garage, from the garage, and like the stacked garage, overlooking Boise, Idaho. One moment I'm going to be up there, and the next moment, because, not in my bedroom. Why? Because I can do that. If you don't believe me, I'll take you right now. By the power invested in me, we are going to time skip right now. I'll see you guys at the near the end of the video or somewhat. Until then, yeet! Woo! Hi there, viewers and gamers alike. Again, the cosplayers, and welcome back for another episode of you know what, of the Nostalgia Con, doing the premieres and videos. It's pre-recorded, so why not I dress up as something else besides the Mighty Morphin White Ranger? Why not I dress up as, well, you guessed it, the Master Chief, if you like to know. And guess what? I think it's happening. I may not have Cortana, but I still got my helmet and my suit. But I will make this count the most. So it's going to be worth it. And I know I've met Wendy Lee already, along with Kyle Hebert, along with other actors and actresses, voice actresses. Joshua Seth, there's Nathan Kress, and there's Steve Staley, as I recall. And I'm getting to enjoy it as much as I could around here. And this is absolutely fantastic. I really do. And you know what? How is going to, like I said, voice recording or video recording ain't cheap, but I would say it's worth it. It's make this count the most. Anyway, so I am going to meet another voice actress. I also met like two people who is the voice actress and the voice actor back then. well, like, you know, for the first time when I was kind of trolling one of the people, and that was Bryce Pappenbrook, because I was changing from the red suit to the black suit to the red suit, and it was funny. I can't stop. It was one of the most moments that I'm gonna never forget, and it was absolutely great. It was absolutely fantastic. It was really great, and also on voice actress Jeremy Lee. Yes, that I met her back then, who is a voice actress of Sailor Venus from Sailor Moon Crystal and the VIZ dub, not the DIC Cloverway dub. I grew up with the DIC Cloverway dub, to be honest. And besides that, I do remember that she likes the color black, and she really likes the black suit, and she really does. She likes the color black, and I'm floored. Yes, so what does this got to do with these two people? Well, now that you mention it, I'm glad you asked. There is a voice actress who is from the cast of Sword Art Online, and that is Michelle Ruff. And yes, I know who she is. She's also from the Sailor Moon Crystal and the Sailor Moon VIZ, not DIC Cloverway dub, which I grew up with it, but besides that. And she also voices characters from Fire Emblem. So yes, and I can definitely hardly wait to meet her. And I said I was gonna save it as a surprise, so why not? I dress up as the Master Chief in front of everybody. Of course, everybody would love to meet the Mighty Morphin White Ranger, and not to mention the Master Chief out of Halo, you know, the game of Halo, the game, and not to mention the TV show series that's on Paramount Plus. So basically, yes. And I can hardly wait. So how would Sidon from Sword Art Online meet up with the Master Chief of Halo? It's like, you know, the future versus the Master Chief that's, from cyberspace, you know, of Sword Art Online versus meets the Master Chief from Halo is almost 500 years in the future. Can they actually coexist together? I have no idea. Well, you know, we're gonna find out. So why not we meet them in person or meet her in person? So, not them, her. I mean, them is like meeting the people, as in the voice actors and the voice actresses. I meet them in another cosplay suit, and I get to meet one of them with a video recording, and that would be Michelle Ruff, if she's available. If not, if I could. But you know what, let's go. Why not we find out for this? Because I'm not gonna wait any longer than I should. And you know what? I'm going to drop by. Even though the Master Chief may have weapons or not, he still has his fists and his armor and his helmet and whatever he has with the running skills and turning, along with turning his head, and not to mention manually like visionary sensor or scanning, you know, that type of scan. No, I mean the Master Chief would meet Samus Aran from Metroid, but that would be another story. Samus Aran and the Master Chief. Do those two really belong to each other? I have no idea, but that would be something new now, wouldn't it? You know what? Why not we go and move on and see if I can talk to Michelle Ruff, if in a way, or maybe not. But by the power invested in me, I am going to time skip right now. Time skip! Take it away! Yeet! Woo!
Master Chief, Sinon, one shoot, one kill. Are you looking for anybody to add to your troop?
Yes, I'm willing to add anybody who's on my team.
Nice. Sign me up.
So, what do you think of asking Sinon to join up with the UNSC, United Nations Space Command, and a crossover since she's from Sword Art Online? Yes, she said yes, and now she's a part of the fire team. Yeet! Woo! Oh, man, I'm definitely going to have her on a special occasion. Sorry, Kirito, I need to find some recruits, as a Master Chief, kind of short-handed. Because why? I just need volunteers. That's all I need. Not what I want. But you get the idea, so, I'm making this as up as I go. So anyways, there was also another voice actress who I also wanted to meet, and you know what? This one also blew me away besides Wendy Lee, who voices Alpha 6 from Power Rangers Turbo, and I think it was, I didn't know she was on the first season, which you already know, which I might have said about the first season, this and that, and like blows your mind, and then some other stuff which I never knew. So there you go. So her name is Cricket Lee. No relation of who I know of. So yes. But anyways, I decided that I want to go out with let's just say I want to dress formally, but as a Power Ranger, even though I'm not Prince Zuko, but I want to be Prince Zuko. I mean, I know how Zuko has that incident in his eye. I know he can see 20/20. I'm not saying he cannot see 20/10 or 10/20, or he could see clearly 20/20. I know he may have, who knows, he and I may have something in common. But you know what? I may have loved my sister, Azula, of course, even though I'm not related, but I feel like I must be Prince Zuko for the Fire Nation, even as the Mighty Morphin White Ranger in the suit. So why not I take it away with Cricket Lee and tell her, look straight in the eyes and say, here I am, but I'll speak quietly, but I'll say nothing. I'll let her do the talking. I think that was Princess Azula using the car. It's just, I think this actually happened. Or I would say before or after, or during, which of the two works. So by the power invested in me, I'm going to have to meet my lover, who I usually dumped her, and then I found love again, so definitely I have to face the music. I'm gonna time skip right now. Anyways, time skip right now.
Everyone, it's May. Duh. Everyone's probably wondering why I'm standing next to this hunk in a white ranger suit. Well, it's not just any hunk. It's my Zuko. And yeah, it's true. I'm saving the jerk who dumped me. But when he came back around in a white ranger suit, I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist my Zuko because it's Mako forever. So guess what, Azula? You miscalculated. I love Zuko more than I feared you.
So, what do you guys think of this entire video? The first video of the nostalgia con of my visit, along with the second video, which is the finale of the entire video. Also, what do you guys think of the live stream as well? I mean, if you guys love to have any questions about who I met with or who I met up with in person in real life, I would love to hear it from you. So, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, it's... Can you believe it? The Mighty Morphin White Ranger meeting up with Maiko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And you know what? It was a romantic moment for, disguising myself as Prince Zuko, or just Zuko, because you know that I'm in love with Maiko, even though I had to dump her back then, during prison, and then she actually saved my life. I'll never forget it. I know I've hurt her too many times, only this time, she saved me. And I don't know what to say that I'm going to thank her once I meet up with her again. But you know what? I'm finally able to meet up with her again. Even though Princess Azula can be a jerk sometimes, so she needs to learn how to grow up and move on. At least I know how to be a better man. And I know what it means to have the love of my life. And that is Mako. Or Maiko. Well, I'm sorry, I don't know if I got the name right, but even though I'm not perfect, I get it right. I do make mistakes of the past, yes. But as I learn, I know what it means to become better. And that is wearing the Mighty Morphin White Ranger suit. There you go. I'm like I said, I do my own method voice acting, but you know what? It is awesome! Yeet! Woo! But I really do enjoy, you know what? I never thought Sinon would absolutely be a part of the fire team with the Master Chief from Halo in a crossover! Yes! Yeet! Woo! Oh, by the way, Michelle Rupp is absolutely phenomenal on her voice acting, and it went great. And I absolutely loved it. So, I don't mind a little help with the directing, and she was absolutely great. Of course, when I try to voice as the Master Chief, like my own method voice acting, my voice cannot be heard so loud. I can hear hers, but I can't hear my own. At least you can hear hers, but not my own, of course. I mean, but beggars can't be choosers, so there you go. And, you know, with Cricket Lee, no relation of you-know-who that I know of, okay? So, it was, like I said, it was like the romantic moment. Of course, I posted that on Instagram, and I can hardly wait to do this on posting pics on Instagram and on Twitter and Facebook, and not to mention on YouTube's on the Alliance Community Board. And there you go. And I really had the most wonderful moment. There's like a bunch of kids coming in asking for a picture, not to mention for the adults who in their childhood growing up watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the second season, including the third. And you know what? And they finally see me as dressing up as the Mighty Morphin White Ranger from the Nostalgia Con. And I absolutely love it. And also, I'll never forget, I know I'm going to say this, I know I said it in the live stream, I know I said it in the video premiere, but you know what? I'll say it again. I had a great time. Wendy Lee and myself as the Mighty Morphin White Ranger, and it's just mind-blowing. I love it. Yes, and you think it's like seeing is believing, and guess what? I have the proof for those when it comes to video recording, and I finally got the skit with Wendy Lee, with Kyle Hebert, with Michelle Ruff, and Cricket Lee. And you want to know why I enjoyed the best. And that was one of the best moments of my entire life. It made my day. Here's the second part. The best part is that I know Cricket Lee had like signings and signatures with the autographs and all that. But not one person, not one single person has ever asked to do a video recording with her. And I am the very first one from the Nostalgia Con by asking her to do this. Why? Because she told me exactly why. Because she told me this. She said, no one has done a video recording, so I'm the first. I am the very first one to do a video recording with her, while I remained speechless. And I speak nothing. I said nothing. I was in the video recording, and she got into character, and you know what? She absolutely pulled it off, and I love it. It was the momentous moment that I absolutely enjoyed, and with Cricket Lee, and you know what? I absolutely made Princess Azura jealous. Who actually the voice actress who voices Princess Azura was the voice actress who voiced Daphne from What's New Scooby-Doo and other Scooby-Doo shows in the 2000s. Yes, it's great. Great to Leslie or Great to Elise. I'm sorry if I got the last name wrong. So forgive me if that were to happen. I don't know if she would pay attention when it comes to Instagram or that post, but it's absolutely incredible. And it just, you know what? Becoming as Prince Zuko, or just Zuko, in the Mighty Morphin White Ranger, which I happen to love Maiko, by the way, even though I had to dump her back in prison before my escape with, you know, with Aang and his friends, or friends of Aang. You know, you get the idea. I mean, come on. I just wanted to be myself, that's all. Like, how you kind of sound like a teenager or a college student. Well, tell that to those who are like, it's like, as you get older, your voice goes higher. Like, is that true? No, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Look, it's just my opinion. No one else's. It's just my own, okay? And also, that is a great momentous moment, being as the Master Chief with Michelle Ruff. And then back as the Mighty Morphin White Ranger. And also, I remember the cosplayers. One of them who dressed up as the female Ali, or the Pepsi girl, who I met last year. And finally, she was dressing up as a Disney princess. And finally, and yes, she remembers me. It is awesome. And I also saw a cosplayer dress up as Link from Legend of Zelda series. It was also awesome sauce. And I enjoyed it. Yeet! Woo! Yes! Yeet! Woo! And one of the most momentous moments I ever got was a child who wanted an autograph from me. And like I said before, I know I said this again, I'll say it again many times. This is not the first time that someone has asked an autograph from me as the Mighty Morphin White Ranger. I couldn't say I'm Tommy Oliver. I couldn't say that because I didn't have the heart to say that in front of the child because I couldn't. That's just not me. I'm only saying I'm just the Mighty Morphin White Ranger at his side. And it was great. It was wonderful. I know he was on a stroller. I don't know if he was able to walk or not. I couldn't tell if he is disabled or not, or having the disability. But I do know that I made his day along with his entire family and siblings. And you know what? It felt really good. And by the grace of God, that I know I want to remain character. Because, you know, somehow, I don't know. I mean, the Lord works in mysterious ways because I can do all things through Christ in me. And that's found in the book of Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. Yes, I'm a Christian, but I'm also a sinner. I'm always going to be a sinner. Why? Because I take chances, I make mistakes, I get messy. In fact and in real life. Even when you're down but you're not out, but you feel like you wanted to give something back when you're in cosplay and showing like you're dressing up as a Power Ranger, and to know that to give this child a reassuring feeling, including everyone else, is to tell them that I'm here. And I don't think no one is ever going to take that away from me. And I will remember this for all time, for the rest of my life, for the rest of my days. Like, even though if I comes into directing, yes, I do make some mistakes, but I do my best not to repeat the same mistake, even though I stumble like I usually do. Why? Because just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you're a sinner. No, you're always a sinner because you always stumble, even when you're in cosplay. And you know what? When it comes to being a man who has an act of faith, and realize that you must say something kind. You can't be too nice, but you have to be a kind and a gentle spirit, the kind of man acting on faith, because faith in action is where God tells you how to be in faith in action. I mean, either that. Look, I don't have all the answers, but like I said, you know, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Yeah, I know. I mean, because he is the way, the truth, and the life, that no man cometh unto the Father but through him. And the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. Yeah. And it's like wearing the White Ranger suit is like trying to wear the full armor of God. Now, that is found in the book of Ephesians, I'll give you that. And that's true. So, I hope you guys enjoy the entire video premiere of the Nostalgic Con. Mash that like button and or share this video. And as your main owner and founder of this entire channel, who likes to take chances making mistakes and getting messy, who likes peanut butter and chocolate and or breakfast for dinner, for I am main event Leo Wolverine, who likes to yeet in the chat, yeet in the commentary, yeet on a video premiere, yeet on a live stream, day in, day out, night in, night out, you name it. Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. Remember to fight with honor, love, truth, and justice, and hopefully I'll see you guys in a live stream in the near future, and that's going to be the Special Olympics Idaho State Championships on June the 7th, Saturday! Exclusively only here on Leo's Let's Plays Alliance. Friendship is magic for everyone. Take care now. Bye-bye then. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta go with my girlfriend Maiko, who I'm going to go on a date with. And you know me. She is the girl of my dreams. I don't know what I'm going to say to the others, such as, like Sailor Venus and Shadow Glitter Dream from Precure 5 A Go-Go. But I think I am in trouble, don't you worry. And I definitely seriously am. Until then, yeet! Woo! See ya!